Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Aurea and today I'm going to start by painting this picture frame. I bought this at Michael's. Originally was $34.99, but guess what? I paid, I think it was like $4 for $5. I'm going to start by applying this caulk on top of these words because they are carved in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill these letters in before we start painting it with white chalk paint. So I only gave it one coat of this white paint and it did a good job. I love this chalk paint. I also added some baking soda to it. So that's why it's even thicker now. It has a good texture. Guys, if this is your first time stopping by, thank you for clicking onto my channel. I hope you do like these DIYs, and if you do, I hope you consider subscribing. And now I have this cow. You know, it has those two little holes where the string, the jute twine comes holding the cow. Well, I'm going to be covering that up as well. I'm coming in again with this black paint and I'm going to go ahead and give it one coat to the entire cow. I'm going to let it sit, and now that it's dry, I have a second cow that I bought at Dollar General for $1. I'm going to take the cow. It says moo, and with a jingle block, I'm going to take some hot glue, some E6000, and I am going to put the smaller cow on top of the bigger cow. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and repeat the same process, just putting it on top of now the picture frame. Look at this picture frame, how gorgeous. I am so in love. I am carving out that line that was already there, and I think it gives it a beautiful, beautiful texture. Now let's go ahead and do the same process like I said before. The jingle blocks, some E6000 along with some hot glue for a fast hold, and then the E6000 for a permanent hold. And then once in place, I'm going to take the same black chalk paint and I'll distress the entire frame. Guys, this summer I went to a garage sale and this lady was closing down the garage sale, and I managed to see that she was taking some succulents away, and I told her how much for all the succulents, and she said, give me $10. They must have been like maybe 90 to 95 of them. And they came in their little vase, just like they come at the dollar store. And these are the ones that I'm using. I'm going to put some on top of here. And you let me know what you think about these succulents. I think I did a really, really good deal. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Have you made any of these good deals this summer? I know that every time I see a garage sale, I'm like, here I come. That helps me bring beautiful DIYs to your home. Look at how nice they're coming out. But I have some more that I'm going to be adding right in the middle just to give that finished touch. I also have these stickers from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be adding them wherever I think it looks good. And now that the stickers are all put in place, I also have this rope from Dollar Tree. I'm going to go ahead and hot glue it on all the four corners inside the frame, just like you see. And what do you think? how it's looking so far. I think it looks so beautiful. Now what I do is I usually put some hot glue before I cut the rope, so like that the rope won't come apart. And with the same rope, I tied a knot, and this is the way it looks. I hope you enjoy it. I am loving it. I have this mason jar for a while in my stash, so it is time to go ahead and start decorating it. I took out the galvanized part along with the chew twine, and now I'm going to take out this sticker. And once that is done, I'm coming in with that chalk paint that I've been using for a while now. I'm gonna give it one coat. Once it's dry, I'm coming back with some tissue paper from Dollar Tree, and that's how I'm gonna decorate this piece. But before then, now that it's dry, I'm gonna go ahead and use some Mod Podge, and that's what I'm gonna use again to put in that tissue paper in place. Just look at this tissue paper, how beautiful. This is so summery, the colors, I love it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section. And it's so easy. Once it's in place, I just came in with a sand block from Dollar Tree and just start sanding the edges. And the reason why I use white paint first is because you want to make sure that that tissue color looks nice and bright. Now I'm coming back with the same chalk paint and this little home sign that I bought at Dollar Tree, 2 in a package, and they're made out of wood. I'm gonna give it one coat in white. Before it dries, I'm coming in with the sage color, and I'm gonna do the same thing just to blend those two colors in. Once it's dry, we'll start decorating it. I'll start by putting the galvanized piece together with a little bit of hot glue. I also have the ribbon that I'm going to be putting right here in this border. I am loving this ribbon. I use this ribbon a whole lot. If you follow me and you are subscribed to my channel, you will notice that I do use this ribbon quite often. And now I'll go ahead and hot glue the home sign right in front of the mason jar. So I also have this twisted craft paper that I use pretty often as well. I will be gluing it with some hot glue along the border of the mason jar. This is turning out so beautiful. When I believe that when I put something in the border just like I'm doing now, it gives it that finished look. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section if you feel the same way that I do. And while you're at it, if you haven't subscribed, why don't you smash that subscribe button. And now let's go ahead and make that little beautiful burlap bow. Oh my God, I burned myself when I did this. See, I just cut that out so you wouldn't see it, but yes, I got burned. So be careful when you're doing this and you're using burlap ribbon, because that hot glue will penetrate and will burn you. So let's go ahead and finish that beautiful bow. Once it's done, what I am going to do is I am going to hot glue it, but before then, I have these wooden beads that I want to put one on each of these little burlap string. I'm gonna tuck it in with some hot glue just like you see there, and now we'll use a little bit more hot glue and we are going to put it right here on top of this mason jar. And remember that I told you earlier about the succulents? This is the way they came. Look at how beautiful. Oh my God, I got such a great deal. And now I am just gonna go ahead, take it apart and put it right here in the middle. Look how gorgeous. I am loving this mason jar. And again, with more of these wooden beads, shoestring, and this little wooden ring from Dollar Tree. This is how I'm gonna hang it up on the wall. Look at how gorgeous. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hot glue it in the back. And once it's hot glue, I'm just gonna cover that up with some paper bag that you also can purchase at Dollar Tree. They have it for $1.25. Just cut a piece to size, hot glue it in place, and we are done. I hope you enjoy this beautiful DIY. And remember, if you like it, give me that big thumbs up and don't forget to share it with the world. And don't forget to let me know which is your favorite. I hope you enjoy it. So they have these beautiful picture frames at Dollar Tree. They come in white, black, and pink. I decided to get the white one. I'm taking it apart and I'm coming in with this wall sticker, also from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna cut it to size and then I'm just gonna go ahead and put it inside the frame. Look how gorgeous. It looks so classy. I took this bee and I went into my Cricut Joy and this is what I printed out. Look at how beautiful this huge bee. Once it's in place, I also have some stickers from Dollar Tree and I'm going to take everything that's a little branch and I'm going to start putting branches along the top. So I took this word that says bee from some stickers from as well Dollar Tree, and then this little bee, I decided to put it on top between the branches and the big bee, but later on you'll notice that I did remove it from there and I just wind up adding more branches. And I have more of these wooden rings. Look how gorgeous. You could do a lot of things with these, but I'm gonna use it just to hang it up on the wall. I'm gonna tie it to this jewel string along with some wooden beads, and this is the way it looks. I love this one and I hope you love it too. And using the same color sage, I am gonna go ahead and take this jar. This was from a candle and I am recycling. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it 2 coats, wait until it dries. And then I'll just go ahead with some more of this white chalk paint and I'm gonna start distressing the whole entire jar. Look at how gorgeous. I just wanna make sure that it has a beautiful texture. Once that is dry, I'm just gonna go ahead and take some Mod Podge and I'm gonna give it 1 coat just to seal it. I'm going to do the same thing to the top of this candle. I'm just going to take out that plastic part out because we're not going to need it. And I'm going to use the same sage color. I'm going to give it 2 coats, wait until it dries. In the meantime, if you follow me, you know that I did an anchor with this mop here. So I had this left over. I'm going to go ahead and take one of these mop strings and I'm going to go ahead and hot glue it along this neck of this jar. And this is how it looks so far. So let's work on that top, which will be the bottom of this jar. I'm gonna go ahead and put some hot glue and then I'm just gonna glue it to the bottom of the jar just to elevate it and make it look beautiful. look at how beautiful it's turning out. I also have this leaf from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna go ahead and paint it in white, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and use some hot glue to stick it right in front of the jar. When you put hot glue on these pieces, they actually bend and they will shape according to the surface. I hope you have enjoyed these DIYs, and if you do, don't forget to subscribe so like that I can see you in my next video.